Alright guys, hello everyone. Okay, today we're going to be doing a movie review. Dara and I recently went to see the Chainsaw Man movie, Reze Arc. We got a short on there if you guys haven't seen for our immediate reaction after the theater. And if you guys want to see that, I'll put the link in the description if you guys want to see how we felt right after. We were trying to keep it to a minimal because a lot happened. So we're going to start off with non-spoilery stuff, and we will alert you guys when we get into the spoiler section, because as of today, this movie's only been out for 2 days.
Yeah.
When it's stuff like this, we try to, normally I am not too keen on viewing things the first weekend, but when it comes to anime stuff, people are keen on spoiling shit.
Yeah.
So
can't risk that.
we try to get it out of the way. People just like to share stuff on social media with images and clips. Like, I don't know why you do that.
I mean, it's hard to do that with these movies because they're not going to release them on streaming for a while. So any clips that
But people find a way.
That's what I'm saying, is that any clips that are out there are from people recording in the theater, which does happen a lot.
They'll put the image, an old image of the character, and say, "Oh my God, they died." Stop.
or they just show like the manga panel or whatever where it happens, but still.
But anyway, that's the reason we see these things so quickly. So maybe a lot of you don't want to see this video yet, and I respect that for those of you who don't want anything spoiled. But like I said, we're doing a non-spoiler. First off, I think we want to talk about the visuals, right?
Yeah, it's a change. It's different. It looks different from the first season, and it's not different in a bad way. It's a change that I actually like and that I think does benefit and complement the story.
And this definitely stands out on a big screen.
This is something that I didn't really realize before. I don't know if you realized it either, honestly, but the first season, back when that came out, there was a lot of praise for how it looked visually in the US, in a lot of places. But in Japan, people were a little unhappy with the way season 1 looked, and the reason why they had issues with it is because they thought it didn't really align with Fujimoto, who's the manga creator. It didn't really align with his style, his thing in the manga. They complained that it was too cinematic and clear and crisp, and they tried too hard to make it all
appealing,
fancy.
Okay.
And that's something I didn't really have a problem with, because I'm a sucker for good animation.
Right.
That's just
What is he, a messy? Because I haven't seen the manga. And
the style is more chaotic and messy, almost a little more.
That's
does
cool
look
sometimes.
good,
if it's artistic, I'm down with that.
The movie apparently aligns more with the original manga art style, in the sense that it's more chaotic.
Because it does get chaotic and messy, guys.
Yeah.
Just fair warning. Speaking of visuals, if you do have any issues with dizziness, maybe because my sister did experience that at one point, there are some moments that might make you a little bit dizzy, because there is a lot of chaos going on the screen on a few moments.
Yeah.
But it's great chaos, man. It's just so good. Artistically and visually, I thought it was beautiful.
It was, yeah.
The designs of the characters and the new people that we see, we'll get into that in the spoiler section, were fucking amazing.
I wouldn't mind at all, honestly, if
it looked like that in season 2.
Season 2 and everything onward looked like this.
Yeah.
Not to hate on the season 1 art style, because I do love the way it looked.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of the people who has complaints about that.
But this was visually pleasing.
But yeah, it looked good.
It was just something about the motion of the characters too, the shots and certain details. There's one thing I love about Chainsaw Man, and it's something you commented when we rewatched season 1, because it's been almost 3 years, 2.5 years since season 1, right?
It's been about 3 years.
Things that we wanted to remember that we didn't is how I guess this is from the creator. They take the time to focus on minor details of like everyday life, like going to the bathroom, brushing your teeth, getting up, getting dressed.
I did hear that they elaborated more on that though, because there's not there's apparently not as much of that.
Okay, well, I liked that. Like I said, I didn't know if that came from the creator or not, but you get that in season 1, and in this one, there's a few moments of that where I'm like you would think that those are things that bore you, like everyday regular stuff, to watch someone else do it, but the way they do it and the way it's framed, it looks nice, you know what I mean? And it also gives like a very peaceful tone in the beginning of the movie, because I would say the first quarter of the movie is kind of peaceful.
I would say the first half.
Maybe,
pretty much. I would say the first half.
It's a steady flow.
Is
Don't
a
get
build
me wrong,
up.
it's not boring and slow, but it's very peaceful.
I would say that the first half is sort of like a build up,
an introduction to,
and then the whole
relationships, maybe. Right?
The whole second half is basically wild. Action. It's basically just action until the end of the movie.
It's complete chaos.
Almost.
Complete chaos. Yeah. There's a clear distinction too of when that ends and when that begins.
Yeah.
Like there's a very clear marker, like, oh shit, it's about to get real. Because the whole first half, like you said, it's like, okay, like this is cute, and then you're seeing, like, you know, there's important moments that you catch on later on in the chaotic part, that these were clear earmarks between relationships that were very important. There are things that are said in the first half, so it's not something you should ignore and go like, maybe I won't pay attention, go on my phone or some shit like that, or go to the bathroom. There are things that are said in the first half that are extremely important for the second half. For the first half, right? I said first half?
Yeah.
I'm still half asleep, guys. Yeah, there are things that are said in the first half that are extremely important for the second half that make the relationships really interesting, I think. And also the music. Can we talk about the music a little bit? Like, I immediately
a lot of different artists like
collaborated
put their soul into this, man. That's something very good too.
For starters, the intro song is all. This is not a spoiler. It's my dude Kenshi, right? From the original season 1.
Kenshi Yonezu came back for
the intro.
For Iris Out is the name of the song that they used for the intro to the movie. It's good.
Check that out, guys. The soundtrack, if you can download it somewhere, or you don't want to download it yet until you see the movie and experience it, because I was like, oh my god, there was some like almost like electronic like house moments, and then there was some like heavy, almost like death metal moments in there. And I was like, there's like an array of different types of music, but it just gave it such a hefty background. You know what I mean? It was necessary. The music is as much a character of the movie as everything else. I loved it. I'll leave it at that. I'll let you guys experience the audio, because for those of you who've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I am a sucker for a good soundtrack, especially when it comes to anime. If I like a song, it's going on my Apple Music. I'm downloading that shit right away, and I jam to those things. This is definitely one of those soundtracks. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that we can get into this more later, but I really like the ending theme too.
Oh yeah, it's a little calmer, for lack of a better word. The music in its entirety was great. Just the character definition, the exploration, the relationships, every one of them, the new people that were introduced, all amazing. I mean, I gotta look into like the voice actors. We watched it in Japanese, by the way, so I don't know what it's gonna be like if you guys want to watch it in English, which is fine. I'm sure they'll do it justice, you know.
If I'm not wrong, it's already out in English dub. That's already available, right?
Yeah, it is, because when I was searching for theaters, you could select between Japanese with English subtitles and dub. Yeah, so that's available to any of you who want to watch it in English. I'm sure it's gonna be just as great. Yeah, it's really about even though there's a lot of action and commotion going on and it gets very chaotic, yeah, it's all about the relationships here. A couple of very big relationships.
Anime dubs in general, I feel like in recent years have been a lot better than they used to be.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the newer generation anime dubs that I'm hearing are actually pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, they actually catch on with the original emotion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I for one, I prefer watching things in the original language. But, you know, I might... It also has to do with the software that I use for editing. I know a couple of you have complained with other content we have on this channel about me watching it in English. But, yeah, unfortunately, like I said, the software I use at the moment does not do that right now. And in general, you know, I come from a bilingual background, and I am very used to reading subtitles quickly. I grew up like that, coming from South America, and in general, even with like movies in Spanish, even though I would understand the English perfectly well, clearly, you know, if I can watch a movie in Spanish, I will, even if it's in French, Italian, or whatever. I just like to hear the original voice of the actor. I don't know why, but yeah, with anime, it's a little different. Like you said, it's improved in the recent years, and whatever your choice is, you're still gonna have a blast. You're still gonna enjoy yourself. I keep using that word. But anyway, is there anything else you want to add in the non-spoilery section? I want to get into the spoiler juicy stuff.
I think we can get into that now.
Yeah, basically just to recap, if you can get to theaters to watch Chainsaw Man, Reze Arc, please do, because visually and musically, it's just worth it to see it on a big screen when you can see a movie like this. If not, you can always wait for Crunchyroll, but it's my understanding they're taking 2, maybe 3 months to like put it out on streaming once the movies come out.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's another 6 months before it comes out on streaming. They're not
taking that long with Demon Slayer, because like Demon Slayer, as of this moment, I'm gonna put up this video as soon as I finish it. I'm gonna start editing this right away. So yeah, it's October. We're on the last week of October, and I understand Demon Slayer is still in theaters. I think they're taking it out once this month ends, and from what I hear, Crunchyroll is not putting it out until like February on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
So they might do the same with Chainsaw Man. Wait like 2 or 3 months. So if you are that desperate to see the story, get out there, support the movie. Yeah, let's keep supporting anime in theaters, guys, because the more we go out to see it, the more content they'll be putting in theaters, and it's really well worth it. Every single penny. I just love seeing stuff like this in theaters, you know what I mean? The anime's had such a boom these last decade or so, that it just makes me very happy to see really great stories and really great characters on the big screen like this. Anyway, let's get into the spoiler section. You've been warned. If you don't want to get spoiled, you haven't seen the movie yet. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So the start of the movie, as we said, is like different from Demon Slayer in the sense that Demon Slayer almost like throws you into the action right away, because it's picking up right after like the conclusion of season 4, with them like dropping into the Infinity Castle and everything, all disoriented.
Yeah, this is a very calm beginning.
This is a very calm beginning. It kind of starts a little unsettling because it's like Denji's
dream,
sort of a repeat of the same recurring dream he's been having for...
It does follow right after season 1
Who knows how many years? Right. Technically, yeah, because it's sort of a follow-up to the last scene of season 1 in a way. Yeah, so his dream about the door and everything, and Pochita's voice telling him, like, don't go through the door.
Yeah.
And all of that.
And it's interesting, too, because visually they make it look like manga. So his
that scene is in like black
manga.
and white.
It's not in color.
Yeah.
It just looks like manga pages, which is really cool. I thought that was an interesting way to start it off.
Yeah, definitely. So he wakes up from that dream.
And we still don't know about the door.
Yeah,
we still don't know what that door is. Those of you who have read the manga, because my nephew that went with us, he's read the manga, so he knows what's going on behind the door. By now, manga readers already know what that door is. We don't know. You're not gonna know in this movie, trust me.
So he wakes up, and right off the bat, there's already something kind of weird because Power has extra horns.
Yeah.
She has 4 horns.
Too much blood in her system.
Instead of 2.
2 massive horns on top, and then 2 like weird handlebars coming out of her head. It's so funny.
Yeah, and
she's stronger too.
Yeah, she's
stronger
when she woke
too.
Up, she wakes up, she punches Denji into the ceiling, and he flies.
I'm like super strong. What the hell, dude?
So they're like, all right, something's going on. We gotta like bring her in to get this checked out.
Passed out from eating too much food too. It's like they've all got the itis because they were all on the floor. Even Aki's like,
So they're like, all right, like we gotta bring you in and get this checked out.
Makima's like, we gotta drain her. This happens to her every now and then. Because when they get, this is an interesting fact they shared too, that when fiends get too much blood in their system, the devil that took them over actually alters them more.
They become
their personality gets even more distorted and
rougher
they get stronger.
And more closer to a devil, to the point where they would.
She looked like she was really spazzing out. She was like.
They get if it gets too far, it gets to the point where they'll have to be killed like any other devil. Mm-hmm. So they have to like deal with that.
And Makima was like, "Let me borrow her for a while."
We have the whole
was unsettling and
opening sequence and everything.
Denji had to leave. He's got a new partner now.
Yeah,
he was given a new partner, Beam.
He was given Beam, the shark fiend.
Yeah, he was introduced a little bit in season 1 when they started showing how weird Team 4 was going to be.
Yeah.
Basically comprised of mostly devils and fiends. It's more fiends than humans, right? Team 4 at this point.
Yeah.
So when they showed them a little bit, they show the bird one that has like poison underneath his mask. He literally looks like those doctors during the Black Death that were putting on the mask to hold petals in their face so they wouldn't smell death, right? That's what that was. So yeah, he's in it, and so is Beam, Shark Boy. Calling him Shark Boy. He's really interesting. You like him a lot, right?
I do.
He's got an obsession with Denji.
In the beginning, he comes off as annoying. Like Power was already an annoying partner in Denji's eyes. So like to get her out of the way, like temporarily, to leave her with Makima.
She's always like squabbing with Denji. This guy is like super attached. He calls Denji Lord Chainsaw. He's like a fanboy, and he just wants to get close to Denji. And Denji's like, dude, I ain't into guys. Like back off, because he just wants to hug him.
In his mind, is just as annoying as Power. So he's super upset about having Beam stuck with him, like following him around and stuff.
And Denji, I think, very much wanted to work with Makima too, and she's like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "I gotta get stuck with another fucking annoying partner instead of you."
But she offers him a date.
Yes,
and that makes him happy. Obviously.
Yeah, do this for me, and we'll go on a date, which is really weird. She's very strange. I'm sure manga readers know why she's strange, but Adar and I keep saying that we don't trust her. She seems very manipulative and strange and taking advantage of... She puts on this very sweet face, but she's clearly manipulating Denji. She knows that he's fawning over her.
Yeah.
And she's using that. I think she's using Denji. Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
While it's strange too, because while they were on the date, they went to like multiple movies.
They go on a movie date the whole day.
The entire day. I think they might have watched, I don't know, 7 or 8 movies, and they both hated all of them except for the last one. And they were the only two. Like, they were going to movies where everyone was laughing, but they weren't, because neither one of them thought it was funny. And then he's like, she's so cute. Then they went to another one where everyone was crying, but they weren't. And he keeps saying she's so cute because she's reacting exactly the same way he is. But then when they finally find a movie where they both cry and they both feel it, no one's there. So they're making you feel like Makima could be the perfect partner for him because they're emotionally synchronized, right?
Yeah.
But she's so, I don't know, she's so weird. First of all, that whole train scene in season 1 where she said she didn't get shot, but we saw her get shot. We don't know what the deal is with that still.
Yeah.
She controls like a bunch of, like, literally a murder of crows, of all things. And in this one, we'll talk about it more at the end, but she shows up with different critters. So clearly she has really strange powers. You know, when she does that thing with the katana guy and the snake woman in the first season, and she just crushes the inmates' bodies. So we're not clear still in this movie what her ability is. Yeah. But you get a bigger sense that Makima is up to no good. She's hiding things. She's not saying everything she needs to be saying. And she does things behind Denji's back. And whenever she can, she just kind of dangles the carrot in front of him and says, we're going on a date. I know you like me, so I'm going to fuck with you. Like you get that feeling the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't show up much either, but when she does show up, she's impactful, I would say.
Yeah. So, after the date, I forget exactly, like, what, like, I think Makima, like, said something then. But she walks away, and he's just sort of left there, kind of like, you know...
He says that he wants her to be... Oh, because she had promised whatever he wanted once he got the gun.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So he said, I think I want to make her my girlfriend, and I'm not going to give my heart to anyone else. My heart is Makima's. Yeah. And then it starts raining, and he goes into a phone booth.
Yeah.
And some girl runs in there out of the rain.
While Beam is outside still, like,
yes, because he's telling him, don't follow me so closely and don't show yourself, because his little fin is, like, in the water on the street. Wherever there's water, he can show up, even if it's like a puddle on the street, right? He's like, oh, sorry. He's like, hi, man, I want to walk around freely like a normal guy, and I can't if there's, like, a shark fin following me around the street. You know, so he goes away.
Yeah.
And while... Oh, wait a minute. Makima, because I remember the flower thing. The flowers are kind of similar. Makima gave him a flower.
She did.
And he ate it.
He ate it.
He ate it, of course. So he's in the phone booth with this girl that shows up out of the rain. And she's cute. Immediately you see her face. She's blushing. She's looking at Denji like, you know, in a very cute manner. And I think he's immediately, like, awestruck by her.
Yeah.
And spits the flower back up for her, and she takes it. So she's already a little off, because, like, why would you take a flower from somebody that's got a bunch of spit on it? Like, he just regurgitated it, the whole thing up like he's a bird.
Yeah.
And she left. She said, oh, yeah, so I work at a cafe if you want to come by for a, you know, snack or coffee or something. I forget exactly what she said, but, you know, I work in such and such place. Come by.
Yeah.
And he's completely, like, baffled by her attitude and how beautiful she is. Right? She's this cute little thing with green eyes and dark hair and just a very casual, like, aloof demeanor, right?
Yeah.
And he shows up at the cafe before she even shows up for work. Like, he made it there in a split second. Like, okay, you work at such and such
all that
place?
Promising to Makima about how she was the only one.
Only my heart. So now
something
poor
that's
Denji's
important
confused. Yeah.
To mention too is, like, while all this is happening, Aki is going on about his business and everything.
Right.
And he gets paired up with the Angel Devil.
The Angel Devil, yeah. Who happens to be very lazy, Makima tells him. He doesn't like working.
Very lazy and very, like, uncaring.
He actually wants to die, too. He's like, you know, if I can just die to, like, not work, that would be more welcoming. And we get, like, a little flashback of some kind of person that he would meet if he died.
Aki,
They're not really. They don't really tell you much. It's just some kind of image he has. Yeah.
Aki finds him absolutely insufferable.
Yeah, he's quite annoying actually in
and
the beginning.
Makima basically tells him like just
try to be friends
pretend.
with him.
Just like try use him for your benefit. Just pretend to be friendly
because he's at the top and he's very skilled.
Just make use of him basically.
Yeah.
Like just try to deal with it.
And it's also important that you can't have physical touch because he's an angel devil.
Physically touching him shortens your life.
Your life.
Being even near him, I think, if I understand right, shortens your life.
A little bit, but it's more physical touch. Once he touches you, that's it.
Aki, that's already a big issue for
he's
Aki.
Got 2 years left because of the sword curse that happened in season 1. I am genuinely concerned for Aki because I do like him. If you liked him in season 1, I like him even more now with this movie. And I keep having this thought in the back of my mind that he's going to die soon, and it's really putting like a lot of weight on my heart because I don't want him to die. And he's definitely gotten closer to Denji, and Denji even says at one point in the movie, he says he considers himself friends with Aki, and he's gotten to a point where he's got somewhat of a tolerable relationship with power.
Yeah.
Which is when he's talking about Beam. He's like, you know, I gotta like deal with another Fiend. Like I've already like worked really hard to become friends with Aki and to have a tolerable relationship with power. Like it just feels like so much work.
Yeah.
To deal with another guy. But yeah, so it's very disheartening to think that Aki's gonna go soon. And you get the sense the entire movie too that he knows that he's running out of time and he's really trying to do things quickly. Like
trying to find the gun
devil. Angel Devil wants to do is chill and eat more and more fucking ice cream, and he's like, come on, let's go do training. I don't exactly have all the time in the fucking world. I have 2 years left, and so I need to find this gun devil.
The angel devil does say that, like, in an angelic form or not, like, all of that aside, at the end of the day, he's still a devil.
Yeah.
And because of that, he still has a certain, like, contempt, I guess, for humans.
Like he doesn't really care when they
to
die.
The point where he thinks they deserve to die painful deaths, and he thinks they deserve to suffer.
Yeah, because they find this devil corpse, and there's a half-eaten hunter in there, a private devil hunter.
Yeah.
And half his body is missing, and Aki's like, why don't you just give him a peaceful
Aren't you gonna touch him, like put him down peacefully?
And he's like, no, because I don't really care. Actually, seeing a human die is entertaining to me, basically. Doesn't use those exact words. Like,
he likes to see them suffer.
He's like, yeah, because I'm still at the end of the day, like Nara said, the devil.
So that's pretty much like.
And Aki has to put him down.
That's a huge. Aki has to put the guy down himself by stabbing him. So he has
a sword, which he's carrying on his back all the time now. By the way, the curse sword.
He has to. Well, he's always had that with him.
Yeah, but I feel like they focus on it more now because they show it a lot on his back when he's walking around. Like,
yeah.
Feels like it's developed a bit of a personality of its own.
At that point, Aki's pretty much like, you know, you and I just can't like find any common ground here. Like we're just not gonna get along because I hate that you think that way.
Let's just do this thing, but just so you know, I don't get along with you, and we're not going to. This is not gonna work.
Yeah. So he's sort of in a similar situation as Denji, I guess.
Yeah, except with Denji, Beam really like reveres and adores.
That's the difference. Yeah.
The Chainsaw Man, like, and he goes out of his way to make sure Beam grows on you because he really, as annoying as he is in the beginning, he really goes out of his way to protect Denji. I'd say he saved him a few times throughout the movie, right?
Yeah.
And Denji just fucking uses him.
Something interesting. Part of what's got Aki like all active and everything is that they know where the gun devil is now.
Oh, yeah.
So they know its location, so everyone's like getting ready for that too.
Yeah. They're basically preparing to go in for
the events of this movie sort of happen in the midst of them like making preparations.
And that's why he's training so hard, because they're taking basically a crew of people. They're evaluating what crew they're taking to go in for the Gun Devil, and he wants to be part of that crew. He obviously wants
to be part of that.
He's like, there's just no way I'm gonna miss this opportunity to get it. Yeah.
What happened to his family?
Right, so I have to be part of this team, and whether you like it or not, he's telling the Angel Devil, like, you're going to help me, because we need to do this. You know, I don't like you, you don't like me, we don't get along, but we're going to do this. We have a job to do. And what happens after that next?
So, sort of like what we jumped off of before, because we forgot about the Aki thing, like, Denji in the cafe.
Oh, he goes to the cafe to see the
girl.
That is, the arc is named after her.
Yeah, she eventually reveals to him there in the cafe that is her name.
Yeah, that's her name. And she gets in like very close to him, like she invites him to a coffee, and he's going in there like almost every day to have lunch, which is not very good. She brings up the fact that,
and he hates coffee too. So
yeah, no,
he's like,
this is disgusting. It tastes like gutter water. And she's like, you know, let's go out, basically. And she's concerned that he doesn't go to school because he's 16,
and that he was told to be a devil hunter.
Yeah,
instead
she's like,
of,
how come you're working instead of like
that.
having school? Because she's working on school stuff, right?
We know the reason why is because of his upbringing, because because
he was an orphan and nobody bothered him.
His father was not very great.
He was a bum. Yeah.
His father died and owed a debt to the Yakuza, and because of that, he had to live in hell trying to make up for that debt, trying to pay that off.
Oh, and that moment with the killing of that old guy who was the zombie devil is important, because it kind of plays into this a little bit. Or no?
Not really. No. Like that's really why the Katana Devil was after him in season 1, because that was the Katana's grandfather.
Right, don't they talk to the Yakuza's here too, and they also like in this movie? But it's a different group.
They don't. No.
They don't.
It's yeah.
I'm mixing up season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Makima goes to see them. Gives them
the bag with the eyeballs, right? So no, my bad. That I'm kind of like a mishmash. What does happen though is she says, let's go out on a date. There's a festival going on. And then she invites him. They have a really good time. You know, the movie makes a point to like have a really great... They go to the school
at night.
Yeah, but they go to the festival first.
No, it's the school first.
No, it's not, because then they go swimming, is it? I can't remember.
Yeah, the festival is the fireworks, like where the...
Oh, right. Okay, so she says, let's go to the school at night. Will you go with me? And he's like, sure, yeah, whatever. And she's like, it's kind of scary, right? Blah, blah, blah.
She says it's her school at night.
And then there's this nasty guy that had a deal with the devil, the Typhoon Devil.
We see this serial killer looking dude in the bathroom.
He's got like a weird mohawk, dealing with the
sink, like staring in the mirror and
talking
everything.
to the Typhoon Devil, who wants to go after Denji's heart. So when she goes to the bathroom and they're in the school after they're like talking in the classroom,
she's like teaching him math and everything.
Yeah, trying to teach him how to be a student.
Because the only word he can read, the only kanji he can read is balls, which is hilarious.
Right. So she gets attacked by this weird-looking dude and chased around the school. They go to the rooftop, and at this point, it's raining really badly, right? And she goes to the rooftop. Denji's still like fucking fawning over her in the classroom.
In turmoil over all the different like women in his life.
And I've got two women that are like, you know, he's got like images of Makima and Reze in her head. Like, which one? Talking to Pochita, like, which one should I choose? You know, he's like all immersed in that thought. And she's on the rooftop while it's raining, being chased by this nasty dude. He's about to attack her. And we really think she's gonna get stabbed to death, and then all of a sudden she puts like a freaking John Wick move on his ass and strangles him to death. Like, she basically swerved herself around and like just hooked herself on his back and his neck, and killed him.
Started singing a song in Russian
Yeah.
for about a minute and a half, like while she was choking him.
Yeah.
I do think that she sang that song to time how long she needed to choke him and kill him. So we get the sense that she's a trained, like, professional killer because
because that move is not done by just anyone. Like,
I did
that's somebody
hear
who...
at some point, I think in real life, that like there are soldiers who are trained
who memorize songs
to do that, to like sing songs, because the length of that song is the length they need in order to kill somebody.
So that's like really important for her character development, because you find out later on.
Very creepy song,
really
very like haunting.
Yeah, Jane something, right?
No, that's a different song.
Is it?
It also has the name Jane in it, but it's a different, yeah.
Do they use the name Jane kind of like a Jane Doe thing, because that's technically what they are?
Kind
these
of.
little assassins.
Yeah, basically.
So yeah. Anyway, in that scene too, it's very interesting that Typhoon.
We shouldn't get into that yet, though.
No, but I mean, for those of you who've seen the movie, you already know where we're going with this. Typhoon is right on top. Really lovely detail.
Did the scene with Reze like swimming with Denji in the pool, like teaching him how to swim, because he doesn't know how to swim. Does that happen before or after she kills the dude? Because I think that might have happened before already. Teaching him. It
was before.
It is.
Then she goes downstairs,
they
and
have
then
a
she's
whole
like
romantic scene, like swimming, and Denji's bugging out over them.
He's like,
being naked.
I feel hot, so she's like, let's go cool down, and then they go basically skinny dipping into the school pool.
Denji's flipping out.
Yeah, because he's like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm seeing her in a bra and underwear. Oh my gosh, she took everything off. She's like naked. It's my first time seeing somebody, and he takes everything off. So they have quite a very intimate moment.
Taught him how to swim and everything. And that whole scene we see, like, in the background, a spider sort of, like, on a web, like, luring.
And I told you that, remember? I'm like, there's something going on, because there's a spider weaving a web and trapping a butterfly, and I get the feeling that Denji's the butterfly and she's the spider. Which she very much was, because, like you said, then they went to see fireworks together. They went to, like, this beautiful area that supposedly the owner of the cafe where she works told her about.
Reze is all like nice, back to normal with Denji after what we just saw of her murdering a man.
So you already know something's going on.
And
with
the Typhoon Devil, after that whole incident, called her Lord Reze.
Lady
Reze.
Lady Reze. So you already know something's going on, like Lady Reze.
Lady
I'm
Reze,
sorry, because Typhoon was right there, of course, when she killed the guy, and she was like, you know, what the fuck is going on? And Typhoon is like, really sorry about this, Lady Reze. Like, really wasn't thinking you were gonna get involved with this.
Yeah.
So she's talking to him and looking at the fireworks, and she's like, you know, I've been thinking a lot. It's kind of like really fucking unfair that they've got you as a 16-year-old working to kill devils, and you haven't had the chance to, like, you know, be a normal, like, school kid, you know, do normal things that 16-year-olds do. And she goes in for a kiss, and this is where the tone of the movie clearly changes. You already get, like, a sense that something is going on with her after she kills the guy, because the action is, like, picking up a little bit, but this is where things, like, really mark the change
I
in
think
the movie.
Is the shift from, like, the introductory section to, like, the action section.
She goes in for the kiss, and she bites his fucking tongue off, man.
Yeah.
You just see blood, and she opens her mouth, and she's got Denji's tongue in her mouth, and you're like, oh my god, what the fuck? And she's like, I'm gonna take your heart. And she tries to go in to stab him in the chest, and in comes Beam to save the fucking day, bro. And he's like, I knew something smelled off about her. I should have realized.
He's like, that's the bomb devil.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's the bomb devil. And that's when she
switches.
It's worthy to note that she's the entire time wearing a choker around her neck, right? Which technically is the place where she detonates her bomb, because out from underneath she picks up this hook,
a pin, like a grenade,
a grenade, and she pulls it.
She pulls it, and that's how she transforms.
Boom, which is like really cool. She always says boom, right?
And then she just explodes. Into
her character design, guys. You see, she's very much like the Katana Devil and like Denji. Because she has a bomb for a head, literally.
Then
with
she
the
has
teeth.
to pull his ripcord on his chest
she does
in
it
order
from
to
her
turn
neck.
his form. She does the thing on her neck.
That was so cool. She had like this piece going from like her chest down to the middle of her legs, which were literally like a pack of dynamite. That's what it looked like to me. And then she just does these things, or she lights sparks in her hands where she throws bombs, and she can manipulate any type of bomb.
We notice, like, clearly her appearance is similar to Denji and the Katana Devil, so that's obviously important.
The head and the hands are important.
They're clearly the same specific type of, like, devil. I guess that's what devil-human hybrids just look like. Could be.
That's why we thought that like, maybe the Gun Devil... We talked about this last night. We think maybe the Gun Devil looks like that as well, and that the Gun Devil is trying to get all of these devils weapons, like him,
like all of the ones that are based off of.
So we started theorizing on what other devils with other weapons, like the axe, maybe.
That's probably a discussion for.
Yeah, those are theories. If you guys got any theories about other devils that look like them that might show up, would love to hear your thoughts. What other weapons you think? You know, if you've read the manga, of course, don't spoil any. But you know, if you do have genuine theories about what other devils may appear down the line, we'd love to hear, because we have our own theories. I started saying maybe there's a crossbow devil or an axe devil. I don't know.
But yeah, Beam is taking Denji away because he's all messed up. He's like,
he's in shock, and also he lost his tongue. So he's like bleeding out, and the first thing that Beam does is he goes to
Reze's chasing after them with her explosions. She's like using them to propel herself and everything, which is pretty cool.
That's also important too, that I guess their types of devils can use their weapons to propel themselves, and Denji learns something really interesting about himself later on. But they head over to Team 2's headquarters, right?
Yes.
And call Aki, and Beam like desperately tells him
like there's something crazy going on here. Like
the bomb devil, and I know she worked with the Gun Devil. And Aki's like, why the fuck do you know that?
Why do you know that?
I can't say anything. He's like, why? He's like, because Miss Makima will kill me.
He's like, oh.
So why does she know?
Like,
that's another confirmation that she's up to no fucking good. Why does she know about this?
So Aki's buddies from Division 2 are there, because that's where he used to be before he was in the 4th Division.
Yeah. It's like, you can always come back, because I'm going to be like the head in 5 years. So.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, I don't think I have 5 years.
No, he doesn't have that long, but they don't know that.
Yeah, they don't know that. But anyway, they try to go... You know, she shows up pretending to be innocent, and the guy's smart enough to realize, like, something's off with her. Just take Denji and Beam out of here. He tells Aki to go away. We'll take care of it. And
like, that cute chick is dangerous.
Yeah, no, they try to pull something, which is really interesting to me, that the way they try to, like, infiltrate her with mold. Right? They try to, which does work at first, except she lops her own head off.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we can't make this work unless it's on a live being. So technically, that didn't work because her head was off. But she grabs her own head to use it as a bomb and throws it into the headquarters. I thought that moment was just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It was terrible, but she blew them up.
Yeah, she gets in there. She's like, starts messing everybody up, killing people and all that.
Yeah, she shows up later on with the 2 heads of the guys, which
including
is really
Aki's buddies.
Aki's buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, blown sky high, all of them, even the like
she
lieutenant,
shows up
like
with her
vice
heads.
captain, or like even
and
him.
She's very fast, because as fast as Aki was, like, with driving away in the fucking car, and like Denji passed out. Yeah, and he's questioning Beam too the whole time, like, you're gonna talk, you're gonna tell me what the fuck is going on, and Beam is clearly terrified. He can't say anything.
It's clear that Reze has the same sort of like regenerative abilities that Denji and the Katana have.
Yes, and also I think at that point, is it there that she loses an arm?
I think
or
so,
later?
yeah.
And Typhoon...
She loses a lot of limbs throughout the thing.
Yeah, but Typhoon keeps like giving her blood and saying just regenerate. She's very fast, and the way
that's later, because Typhoon didn't come in yet.
Okay, all right, yeah. But the way she regenerates is really cool, because it's literally like cables coming out of her, and then you see the hands form, so it's really cool.
So they're trying to, they're stepping on that gas. Aki's trying to get Denji.
Denji wakes up.
Trying to get Denji and Beam out of there.
Yeah.
And everything.
But Denji wakes up and he's like, fuck it. He turns into the chainsaw. And Aki's like, you don't have enough blood in you yet. But he goes on the rooftop and he wants to let the rooftop of the car to fight Reze.
Them, like, on the car and
everything. This moment is like really funny because there's a back and forth between the two of them. And she's like, you know, teasing him and is like, you know, what the fuck, bro? Like what did you do to me? Like, you know, basically you're so fucking mean. And he's like mocking her and making fun of her.
Yeah.
The way she talks, and he's like talking back like this. And Aki's like, bro, can you focus up there? Like stop with this like lover spat back and forth. Like, you know, really like take charge of the situation. It's like, okay. And this is where they start fighting with each other. And she's really like, honestly, like kicking Denji's ass.
Yeah, he's not doing very well at all.
He's not. And I mean, he tries, and also he needs to like learn how to wield his abilities, because she's clearly got like one over him. On the way she moves around and manipulates her powers.
Yeah.
He's just all about. Naki says this, I think, at one point. Like, all Denji does is swing his chainsaws around.
Yeah.
He doesn't really know yet how to. So I think this movie really does a great job at like making him level up. You know, he clearly learns a lot of stuff from this fight with her. And Beam steps in to like help him out, right? And he's like, Denji, why don't you try to move faster? Like, she's much faster than you, because she knows how to propel herself, just like the Katana Devil did. He's like, use your chains.
He can use
your chains. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, you've got chains attached to the blades, basically, that you can use to travel around and hook yourself onto buildings. He's like, what?
Like Spider-Man.
Yeah. And
like swing around.
He takes it off. But this dumbass, sorry, I love Denji, but he's such a naive dumbass sometimes. Yeah. And I'm like, sweetheart, that's not the way they meant for you to do it. He takes it as a rein to like latch it around Beam and uses him as a fucking horse. It's so mean too, because Beam is like, at this point, you're like, okay, Beam is really in this to protect Denji, right? He already like got him out of there before his heart was taken by
Reze messed him up. She like blew him up a bunch of times while he was trying to regenerate and everything too. So it's like he almost.
He does that even more later on. She does that even more to him later on, right? But he's like, okay, I'm gonna use this as a rein, and he puts it around Beam's poor mouth and starts galloping across the buildings with him. He looks really weird too, because he's got like these little legs.
I think it's at that point like Typhoon shows up in the whole like
to fight and
tornado chaos.
At this point, the movie's really fucking chaotic. The fight there with like Typhoon, and I think this is where my sister got a little dizzy, because the artwork is just like colors and explosions all over the face, and she's kicking his ass, and Benji's trying to fight back, and then he's using poor Beam as like a lasso and like a projectile thing to like hit Typhoon. Then this is when he figures out, you know, the one that we gotta get out of the way really is Typhoon here, right?
Yeah. Aki and the Angel Devil are sort of like taking a back seat, because Aki did try to directly fight Reze.
Yeah.
With his whole like future devil thing, like he was doing kind of well.
He did have a moment when he fought her, yeah.
But he's like, I'm still outmatched here, and
She's really fast.
I am going to die if I keep this up.
Yeah, and what's the name of the girl that's always crying?
Kobeni.
Yeah, she's there at some point. Oh, and also the bird guy steps in, and he realizes he's outmatched too. Like, she's too fast for us. They have like a little spat, a little moment, and he's like, I can't do this. So he runs.
He runs away.
And Kobeni's like, please, don't. She's like crying.
Crying as usual.
Like, girl, you're really fast. She showed her skills in season 1. Like, get up and do something. Like, come on, man. Stop sitting down there and crying. She cracks me up. You don't need to do all that. And yeah, like you said, Aki he has a good moment with her where he's like, okay, you know, maybe I can do this. I can see a few seconds in advance, but she's just too fucking fast.
Yeah.
So I think that's when Denji realizes that, you know, the one we got to get out of the way who's making all of this really hard is Typhoon. We got to go after the fat one first.
Yeah.
That fat motherfucker over there, basically. He says, because he has a really weird design too. You can't really see his eyes. It's just a face.
Yeah. Almost like a baby sort of thing. Like
yeah, with like a bunch of brain mass on top. It almost looks like an exposed brain. Because he's there as a distraction and to like back up Reze basically. So he's like, now this is where I can swing my chainsaws freely and, you know, basically use Beam as like cannon fodder.
This poor thing,
to
man.
Fuck him up.
Beam is
it's insane.
Being swung around by Denji through the tornado with the
this
chains.
Animation is crazy too, because like I said, this is where my sister got dizzy because it was like really colorful and everything.
Yeah.
And the animation reminded me a little bit of how Luffy gets in Gear 5. Everything got kind of like crazy.
At this point, Aki and the
messy.
others just had to take a back seat because they're like, this is a battle between monsters at this point. Like, we can't even. We just gotta try not to get sucked in the tornado. That's all we can really do. Like, we just gotta.
That was the moment too, wasn't it, where Angel Devil almost
did
off,
get pulled into the tornado.
and Aki was like, "No, I'm not gonna let you." He was grabbing his shirt, and then he went ahead and grabbed his hand. And this is impactful for Aki because he's like, you touched me. Why would you do that? You know, I would have been okay with dying. And that's when Angel Devil has that little flashback of whoever he would see if he died. Like, why would you touch my hand? You know what that did to you? And he's like, yeah, so how much do I have? And he's like, basically that took 2 months.
Yeah.
So now he doesn't have 2 years left of life. He's
Aki,
got a year and 10 months, right?
Aki, despite not really liking him, still saved his life. Even
he's like, I don't want to see anyone else die.
At the expense of lowering his own lifespan even further by touching him.
He's like, if you're gonna die somewhere else, because I can't see anybody die in front of me again. That's basically why I did this. After what happened,
like Himeno in the first season,
yeah.
His family when he was little, he's like, I can't see people die in front of me.
And his old friends from Team 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen too many people fucking die. I can't.
More people die in front of me. Like,
even though I don't get along with your ass, you know, I just can't do it. Go die somewhere else, basically, he told him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really like impactful moment emotionally, I would say. Like, you really see Aki's struggle here. Yeah, and Denji basically does away with the Typhoon Devil.
Yeah,
right?
It's super cool, that whole thing.
Yeah. He just kind of like smashes him up.
Dives down like straight in like he always does and just like tears things up.
Slices him up, and Typhoon is done for.
That just leaves Reze.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like a whole sea of blood from Typhoon because of how big it is. Just like flooding everything. So they're down like
the city officials and everything too are like
nonsense or there. Yeah.
City officials are trying to like pick up the pieces after all of that too, which is a crazy fucking mess. Yeah, it was literally a sea of blood after that running through the city, right?
Yeah. That's sort of when we enter into the final, I guess, final stretch of the battle, like from Denji and Reze.
This is where they meet on the rooftop, right? Right before the water? The ocean? Or am I missing something?
No, they meet on the rooftop like during their final like squabble after that.
Yeah.
Because that takes them like flying all around all over the place and everything.
Yeah. They finally get to basically the ocean.
Yeah.
They're on a building somewhere on front, and she's like, you have nowhere to go. And he's like, you forget you taught me how to swim. And he pulls out his chains. And she's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you know, she hadn't really seen him do that.
Yeah.
And he starts like really whipping out his chains like they're a bunch of whips and starts hitting her with them. And she's like, oh fuck, you know, now it's like a real challenge. And manages to start wrapping them around her.
Yeah.
And ties her to him.
That fight on the beach that they had.
What fight?
No, I'm saying that's the fight when they were fighting on the beach.
No, it was on a building because that's when he tosses her into the ocean with him.
No, but like after they were on the building, they ended up fighting on the beach,
Oh
and then
yeah,
that's when
yeah,
they end
yeah.
up in the
No,
ocean.
but
Yeah.
he throws them both into the ocean to the bottom and basically ties her up with him. And the one that gets them out of there is Beam.
Yeah.
He swims them.
He's the
to
one that
a
saves
beach.
them.
They end up, the three of them, on a beach, and she's like, you know, she basically tells him, "You're so fucking naive."
It's like you're basically saying that you're happy with the life they gave you as a devil hunter.
Yeah.
It's better than what you had before, but like what you're content with is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
people in Japan,
But
usually
he's
like
happy with that.
You're happy about just having like a
Having
place
food,
to
a
eat,
place
like a
to
decent
sleep, right.
place to sleep, like a
shower.
futon or whatever, being
Yeah.
able to shower all the time.
Yeah.
Having people to like interact with. She's like, that's the bare minimum. You know, that's what she was telling him throughout the whole movie, is that, are you really like content with just that?
At this point, do we know what her background is?
We don't figure that out till after she walks away.
Okay.
On the beach.
All right, right.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
But she tells him basically, "You're so naive," because he's like, you know, "Did you really like feel anything for me?" And she's like, "I didn't love you. I never liked you. None of these feelings were real. It was just something that I did to get close to you, to get your heart." And she's like, "You basically need to like learn a lot. Like you need to learn how to like decipher who's telling you the truth and who's not. You know,
letting a witch like
used,
Makima manipulate
use you. Yeah.
He calls her a witch.
Yeah, she calls her a witch. So, because he was still willing to run away with her. He was like, "We can still run away and get together," you know.
It's like, I still like you even after everything you did.
Everything like, you've done. And
all
I'm
the
like,
people
Jesus,
all the people you killed and trying to kill me.
She's like, "If you let me go now,
me
you know, with everyone I've killed, if you let me go now, you're basically an accessory to murder. You do understand that, right?"
And they're gonna hunt you as a devil.
He's so naive in that aspect, and he's like, yeah, I think he's still willing to run away with her.
He's like, it's the same argument he had back at like the fireworks thing before the kiss.
Yeah.
Like what she was telling him, like, sort of, do you want to run away with me?
Yeah.
And his response, like, I do like you and I would like that, but I also don't want to run away from the life that I have.
Yeah, I have a job, I have, you know, a place to sleep, a place to eat. I like the people that I work with.
That's
I like
his
feeling
conflict,
needed. I like feeling useful, so he likes working.
He doesn't want to have to sacrifice one for the other.
I think that's where she makes the decision to bite his tongue off. Honestly.
He doesn't want to sacrifice one for the other. He's in his mind, he's like, why can't I have both? You know?
That's why the whole thing about the country mouse and the city mouse, which was, by the way, Reze at the end of season 1 asking him that question.
Yeah,
we figure that out.
You see that it's her at the end.
You see that it's her. The country mouse and the city mouse, that meaning has so much more now, because basically in the country mouse is them running away together and having a peaceful life and not having to deal with all the shit. But Denji answers, I'd rather be the city mouse, because he likes waking up every day and having the comfort of knowing that he has a place to sleep, even though it's crazy there and there's devils and you could die. He's happy and content with knowing that he's got food every day, a place to shower, and a place to sleep. He likes that lifestyle, you know? And that's also a fable, supposedly, because the angel devil also talks about this with Aki.
One of Aesop's fables.
Yeah, and the angel devil says, I'm the country mouse. I don't want to do this, right? I would rather be a country mouse because I don't like being here and being
It feels like that whole
devils.
thing is sort of like essential to the theme of the whole thing.
Yeah, would you rather be like, you know, living a life of comfort and of easy access and luxury all the time, but with the danger of dying? Or would you rather like live a peaceful life without all of those easy access things and knowing that you'll be safe and away from all of that?
Yeah, so while Beam is over there snoozing and whatnot, they go in for another like kiss, and again again Reze bites him.
Yeah.
She doesn't take his tongue off this time, but she does like I think that's what she does, right? She bit him again. That's what it is?
She punched him in the gut.
Oh, she punched him in the gut.
She
That's
didn't
what
bite
it was.
him. She was about to kiss him,
Yeah, and then she stops.
She doesn't,
and,
and then she just punches him in the gut. So he's like, you know, on the floor, like all fucked up. And that's when she tells him, "You need to be smarter. You need to be smarter." And she like walks away.
She just leaves, and he's like, "I still expect to see you at the cafe. Like when I go like, back there, like, you better be there." You know?
And she has that moment where she stops, and she's like, and you get the sense that, you know, that she might have liked him, but she's just too far gone. You know what I mean? There's too much that she's done already, and this is when we find out why she's too far gone. And
Kishibe
explains to Aki that she was basically, there's this whole backdrop of her walking around town, you know, normally like she usually would.
Yeah.
And he explains that she was an orphan, basically picked up in Russia, in what would have been Soviet Union back in the days, and taken in with many other orphans to what they called the Red Room, right?
Where they were experimenting on them to make them super soldiers.
And calling them guinea pigs. That's what they were called. They were called the guinea pigs. So she was turned into a super soldier. So since she was a kid, reminds you a little bit of the Black Widow situation in Marvel, that, you know, there were rumors that this was really done to children. I don't know if it was real or not, but, you know, I've seen some documentaries and stuff about kids being turned into these super soldiers. It wouldn't surprise me, and I don't think, honestly, the Soviet Union was the only place that did that. I know there were other places that were experimenting on children, trying to turn them into some kind of soldier, you know?
Yeah.
Because a young mind is an easy mind, right? An impressionable, permeable mind.
That's
right?
where you start to question sort of like how much agency she really had in all of this, how much control she really had.
There was an interesting discussion that we had at the end with my nephew, you know, that some people really don't forgive her for everything she's done, and some people feel empathetic towards her because this is all she knew.
She didn't go to school either. That's when that's revealed. Like, that school...
She had that in common.
That school wasn't even her school.
Just a school. She was just pretending to study.
Like Denji, she basically didn't have a proper childhood.
Yeah. Well, neither did he. They were just on different spectrums, on different sides of the story, right? But they both experienced the same thing. They didn't go to school. They were basically utilized as children as weapons, because the Yakuza old guy also used Denji as a weapon, you know, to give him like scraps of food,
to kill devils to make money to pay them,
so that he could sell devil parts in the black market. So he was a piece of shit. Yeah, and basically the people that used Reze here were a piece of shit as well. So, you know, we're getting this whole story about her, and you start to, like, you know, Javier was like, I don't like that they try to make you feel sorry for her, but you kind of like, I have mixed feelings. You said that you felt empathetic towards her. I kind of do, but I don't. I still think that she made a choice. The ability to make a choice to do what she did. As much as they may have drilled all of this in her mind, and maybe there's trigger words that make her do things automatically and without her knowing, we don't know that. Sometimes they do that.
Because it seemed almost like she snapped, like, when the dude was gonna stab her on the roof. It seemed like almost like a switch,
a trigger,
just like went off, and she was in kill mode all of a sudden. Because it goes like the audio is all like
muffled,
funny and like muffled.
Yeah,
it's almost like she's not fully aware of what she's doing. So I do
feel like empathy towards her situation. Like, you know, sure, she was just a kid, she was an orphan, and she was being manipulated and used. But I feel like at some point she did have a choice to maybe become the country mouse and step away with Denji. You know, she could have done that if she wanted to. And what's sad is, after we get this whole breakdown of what her situation was,
Denji is waiting for her at the cafe, as he said, with
a bouquet of flowers.
Bouquet of flowers.
And it looks like at some point she's walking away, but then she just turns and she's like, I'm gonna go to the cafe. Like,
she starts running to the cafe.
She starts running to the cafe.
She's like, I'm
gonna go meet Denji.
Start over. I want a new beginning. Like, I want to try to, like, actually have a connection with him.
Yeah.
I really do think she actually fell for him.
And this is where I think Makima was watching her. she had to have been watching her, because
Yeah.
right there, when she was about to get to the door of the cafe and she sees Denji through the window,
Yeah.
Makima fucking shows up in this swarm of rats in the middle.
Yeah.
Like the rats brought her there. And she's like, nah, basically, I'm not going to let you go through that door.
So her and the angel devil, who's like throwing spears at her from a rooftop, managed to...
Well, the angel devil threw a spear because she kind of just like stopped her from moving. It was a trap.
The angel devil is the one who's like throwing spears at her from the
right
roof.
Through her heart. So that kind of like tells you there that
they
once the heart is gone, they can't regenerate anymore, right?
That's the implication, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So they were basically to understand, I guess, that they murdered her in this alleyway, that they killed her in the alleyway before she could go back to Denji. Technically, you can't blame them because she was the enemy. She was a threat.
She was a threat, so they were putting down the threat. But why wait to that one moment?
I don't know. She just leaves like everything Makima does. Just leaves a sour taste in your mouth. It's like it sucks because you
know that Reze is not good. Okay, she did kill a lot of people, and she is working with the gun devil, and she did want Denji's heart. So she all did of her use intentions him and like
were
bad.
Betray his feelings.
But you feel for her, like maybe this one time she just wanted to start over and like walk away and start again and actually live a happy life with Denji. And you really think at that one point she did really like him. She did have feelings for him. She was just, trying to be the machine she's always been and just, do a job. But that one moment where she decides to be vulnerable and to have feelings, in comes Makima and destroys it all. So you have to think, like, who's really the bad guy here?
Yeah.
I really honestly think, obviously don't say anything, guys, if you know this, but I really think Makima's working with the gun devil. I do not trust her at all.
I don't think she's good. I don't.
And the top people, you got to ask yourself who is the top people in bed with too?
At the top of public safety too, because they're kind of
the guys that she goes to talk to.
The things they say are kind of crazy.
Why do they trust her so much? And now, because of what happened in season 1 with the people on the train, she was left in charge of Team 4 completely.
It's like
she's in charge of all of it.
So many of them got taken out.
So it feels like it was done on purpose.
It feels deliberate, almost. That she was left in charge after all that.
And the guy that quit, didn't he ask her, you knew this was going to happen, right? And she didn't answer. She's like, that's not something that we answer to regular civilians. So once he quit, he had no right to any information. It's so convenient that there was someone there in the train that, whatever that was, a projection of hers, or maybe it was a critter that looked like her.
Maybe.
Could have been a rat or a crow. Who knows? Maybe she's a shapeshifter. I don't know.
But
I'm just like brainstorming here, guys, because we still don't know, like we said in this movie, who she is, what the fuck she is, or what the entirety of her abilities are.
The angel devil pretty much like ends it off, I think, by saying like, doesn't he say like it really is better to be like the city mouse or something like that, or the country mouse? Which does he say?
No, the country mouse. He always wanted to be the country mouse. I forget exactly what it is that he said, but it's just really sad because
it's better to be the country mouse.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but if I remember right, it's like,
tell us in the comments, guys, if you guys know.
Because I'm blanking on like what he said, but I know he said something about the whole country mouse,
because
city
after
mouse
that
thing.
they show poor Denji. You kind of get taken over by the image of Denji almost like sleeping with the bouquet still in his arms. Hours later, the guy's closing up the cafe, and he's still sitting there.
After the credits, that's like into the post credits.
Oh, right. So it ends there.
Yeah.
With the angel devil saying something. Yeah, that's why you felt... He said in the short that he felt that it was abrupt, but yeah, we do see Denji in the post-credits that he's in the cafe with a bouquet, and Power shows up, and the guy's like, I gotta clean this up. And
the dude's closing up shop. He's like, it's a shame though. Like
she was a pretty girl.
Reze was a pretty girl. Like it seems like it didn't work out. Like it's a shame.
Yeah, he's just kind of like sitting there, like blank. Just
she
like
was too
asleep.
good for a fool like you.
Yeah.
That's basically what he said indirectly.
Power shows up and she's like,
barges through. Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, those flowers, are they for me?" And he's like, "No." And she's like, "Give them to me." And they start fighting over the fucking flowers because he starts eating them. And she's like, "No, they're mine." And
Yeah.
that's where we leave it off with them like just fighting in the cafe over a bunch of flowers. And you kind of get the sense like maybe Power is really the only girl for Denji at this moment that he can connect with, because Makima's no good. And he said in the middle, "Why are all the girls that I'm interested in just out to fucking kill me?"
That's what he says. Like, everyone's after Chainsaw's heart, but no one cares about Denji's heart.
Yeah,
No one's after
so
Denji's
sad.
heart.
You kind of just you feel bad for Denji here, man. Like, he just wants to be loved. He wants to be loved and cared for by a girl. Yes, he has, like, you know, this obsession with fondling tits and stuff. You know, and just wanted to get laid and have his first kiss. But he's a 16-year-old boy, right?
I think it's interesting what you said about, like, maybe Power in the end being the one for him, because she's probably one of the people he's least interested in.
Right?
He's
Doesn't
annoyed
it always
by,
work
like,
that way?
He
It's
is
so funny.
He's annoyed by her.
That kind of reminds me of what's her name, Hancock. Like, the only person she's interested in is the one person that doesn't want her.
I guess in real life it can happen like that
right?
sometimes too. You can realize eventually that you like someone that you thought was, like, just kind of, like,
not the one for you, just a friend.
Annoying, or, like, not really worthy of attention before. Sometimes I guess it happens like that.
She seems to be the only female that he can, like, interact with physically
without
turning into a hornball. And
there are some weird implications with that, though, because she is technically, like, the corpse of a human teenager, like, that was taken over by a devil.
Yeah.
So that has, like, concerning implications slightly, but still, it's like, I guess
at the moment she seems like the only girl
personality-wise
you can connect with in a
maybe.
weird way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always seen them more as, like, just two siblings.
I mean, he had no problem with like fondling her breasts in the first season, but that's
they were a bunch of cushions, though.
That's
they were breast pads, remember?
Yeah. That's more of just.
Oh god. Yeah, this show's. I mean, this anime is fucking nuts.
That's dude. More of just physical attraction, I'd say, than anything else. But
he does say she's pretty, but she's out of her fucking mind.
And she knows she is. She's very aware of the fact that she is, and that she has that effect on people.
She's just obsessed with eating and blood more than anything, man. Whenever she smells blood, she's like out for a fight, man. She just wants a good fight. In that sense, I think, like, her and Denji are very similar, because if you put a good plate of food in front of both of them, they're just gonna chow down, man. So anyway, I think that's the end of it, right? Basically, like,
just about
covered our thoughts and feelings about certain.
Beam is interesting to me, and I want to see more of him in the future.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Clearly, he knows.
He knows more than he's letting off.
He knows something about, like, the chainsaw devil in general. He knows something.
Aki's got to get that information out of him, though, without Makima realizing it. And she's scary, because you never know when she's watching, and the fact that he's so afraid of her.
What does Beam know about Pochita? What does he know about the chainsaw devil?
Yeah.
Clearly he already knew about that before it ended up with Denji. Like, he knows what it can do, like, all of that.
He knows Makima's secrets, definitely.
Like, what exactly do, like, all the fiends in general know? Because isn't the one with, like, the plague doctor mask the one that like,
he knows too?
Didn't he say something too? I think he did. And, like, Beam told him about the chain ability and everything, because he didn't even know he had that, like.
So what does Power know?
Spider-Man.
If that's the case,
ability.
Do all the fiends know?
It's possible that she doesn't know, because she hasn't really said much of anything.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. She just might know, but she might be so, like, fucking out there that she just can't sit down for a moment and have a serious conversation. Because do you remember in season 1 when Makima looked at her and she said, "Are you going to behave now?" She just kind of, like, looked down, and it was almost like an automatic thing. Like, she just became, like, completely submissive, and Denji even looked at her like, you know,
they're afraid of how powerful she is.
Yes, so I feel like all the fiends know something about her, that the rest don't know.
I feel like they're
There's a
either
connection, like the devilry going on. So I just get this.
they're either
feeling
just
that-
scared of her power, or they have like
So what else can she do?
another reason to stay silent. Like they're somehow
Or
taking
she's
orders.
actually part devil, and that's why
from
her
her.
eyes are like that. Or I definitely think she's in cahoots with the gun devil.
You think maybe they're taking some orders from her too?
Maybe. You notice something weird about
Well,
Makima's
I mean-
eyes? Her eye color are very similar to Power's, except Power has a different design.
Obviously, they have to take orders from her because she's like
The head.
basically their boss.
No, but for another reason.
But
because
for
of the devil
for
thing.
another reason.
Yeah.
It could be. They could.
I
She
don't
could
know,
be
guys.
simultaneously like with public safety giving them orders, and giving them also secret orders off to the side, maybe. For the gun devil.
We've been talking about
You
this
never know.
not only since the movie finished, but we've been like theorizing about shit since we both finished recapping season 1. So for the past few days, I'd say.
Oh yeah, and Power's weird, wonky extra horns are gone because she got the blood
Yeah,
drain.
the
So she's
moment
back
her-
to
And
Yeah.
Makima was very specific.
She's
We
back
have
to
to do
having
this
two.
like once a month when she's had too much blood, and she told her you had too much blood again. Whenever she has too much blood, they have to drain her.
she's back to normal.
And what exactly did she do? I wonder if they're gonna go over this in season 2. Bless you. What exactly did she do with her when she said she borrowed her? Like, we didn't see what she did with Power. Borrow her for
You
what?
think she did more than just drain the blood?
Maybe.
Probably.
Anyway, guys, yeah, I don't want this video to get longer than it already is, because I'm gonna try to edit this right away and put it up on the channel for you guys. Yeah, let us know your thoughts down below. If you've already seen the movie, yeah, let us know what favorite moments you had, what theories you have without spoiling anything. If you read the manga, would love to know. Who are your favorite characters? What are you looking forward to in the next season? Yeah, I think you got anything else to add there?
I think that's
No,
pretty much
pretty
it.
much
Just
covered it.
a lot of good artists. The songs are very good. The
Yeah.
ending song, I really like that one.
Yeah.
Because that's Kenshi and Hikaru Utada, who, if I'm not mistaken, also is the one who did Simple and Clean and Sanctuary and Kingdom Hearts, I believe,
Oh,
which
really?
are songs I like.
That
very
was
much.
her?
Yeah. And
Mm,
yeah, just like
it's a beautiful song.
in general, she does a lot of like Kingdom Hearts music. So like, I kind of recognized her voice
Mm.
in the ending song. I was like, that is
Yeah,
her.
because the song Sanctuary, every
And
time I hear
she's-
it, because these guys play Kingdom Hearts, especially my youngest, it just fucks
So,
me up.
the
I don't know why
ending-
that song makes me so sad.
The ending song is Jane Doe, and like it
Yeah.
becomes obvious why after the whole like.
That's
message
what I'm
of the
saying.
movie.
Yeah,
That's what she
Reze
was,
was a
basically.
Jane Doe.
She was trained to be that way, to have
We don't
like,
even know, honestly, if Reze is her real name.
to be an
She could have
emotionless.
had a different name. Was that the name given to her by the Soviets? We don't know.
Maybe an emotionless doll, a Jane Doe, just a default like
Yeah.
woman, I guess, with like a blank slate. That's what she needed to be weaponized.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's cool that the song is called that because it's sort of like
Yeah, check out the music, guys. All right, yeah, again, comment below. Let us know what your thoughts are on everything. And you can come back to this video and tell us what you felt. You know, if you watch it this weekend or the next one. Yeah, would love to know. If you liked this review, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell for more content, because I will be continuing to put up some more Bleach. I think, yeah, I'm editing the very last 2 episodes in one of Bleach. I'll be putting up more One Piece, more Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and all the other live action good stuff that I am working on and currently still watching, guys. And other animated stuff, yeah. Still watching Solo Leveling, Vox Machina, all you guys that watch that content. It will be coming up very soon. Alright, guys, with that said, take care, everybody. Catch you in the next video. Bye.